What's good? It's your girl Mir.I.am. Welcome to another episode of Wave Talk TV. We got a very, very special guest with us who's out here really working. Shout out Top Pack. He goes by the name of XBrodie.
How y'all doing?
Yes, sir. So, first of all, where does the name come from?
XBrodie. Before you caught me doing all the singing stuff, rapping was just all I did.
Okay.
And of course, one of the coolest people I ever saw come out of North Carolina was J. Cole. So going through the stages of rap names and trying not to figure out anything too corny, I was like, I don't want to just use my name, so I kind of just went that route. So XBrodie was just.
So is Brody any part of your name?
It's my last name.
It's your last name?
Yeah,
okay.
First name is Xavier.
Okay.
Last name is Brody.
Well, then that's not too.
Nah, it's just, yeah.
I like it, but it's not too different.
Right.
It's just like, okay, we have some sense out of this.
Right. It got weird because all of a sudden people started calling each other Brody. Like, just. So I was like.
So you've had the name for a while?
Yeah, I've been doing this since, like, middle school, so.
Okay. So you've had the name in the vision since middle school?
Yeah, XBrodie, yep.
Wow, okay. So, before we talk about what you got going on now, let's take it back. So, when did you first start, getting into music and knowing that you had, like, a little bug and was itching for it?
It's hard to say. I really naturally started writing poetry and doing freestyles and things like that, in, like, second grade, right? So, I used to write poems about my dad not being around, and it was just a way to vent. And then I used to freestyle at the table and realized I was a little better at it than the other kids, so it was just something that kind of just stuck with me. Kept doing it, started putting a beat to it. My mother, she said, you can't do any rapping because my mom is a minister, so I had a gospel rap at first. So actually, my first rap name was MC Spirit.
Okay, MC Spirit. Trying to make you hear it?
You know what I mean? But my mom, so she had me doing that. So all my music was always very, like, it was a gospel. But then I would sneak and write things I felt, emotional stuff on the side.
Okay.
And then eventually I just kind of kept going and, got better. I think I really would say, though, recently I'm actually doing it. I thought I was doing it, right? But I think over the past 3 to 4 years is where I can consider myself actually trying to pursue it professionally versus it just being a hobby.
Gotcha. So, what did it take for you to realize that you were ready to start taking it more seriously? Like, when did that moment click for you?
I think it was, when I realized that I wasn't nervous to play any records around people, right? So there was always those songs where I was just kind of like, man, it's cool, but it's cool for me, but am I ready to sell this as a product? And then once I, did a studio project that was called She, I realized that I was comfortable with saying to someone, hey, listen to this project, and I didn't have to say, oh, but listen to this one, but listen to this song, listen to this song. So I was like, okay, I got a product that people actually want, and in the reactions, I was getting people, all types of people that truly enjoyed it, and I was confident in it. At work, I was selling my stuff. I was working in retail at Verizon. I walk out with the customer to the car, what kind of music you into? They'll say everything. I say, you should have said that. Play it right on the speaker and just say, look, if you don't like it, hell, I'll pay you if you don't like it. And I was that confident, so I was like, yeah, now.
Your first phone bill on me.
For sure. Like yeah, if you don't like it, but a lot of times they did, like, all types of people. I'm talking from, like, elderly people to kids to, girls that's trying to be cool. Listening to they just like, oh, okay, you dope, so.
I only listen to Teddy Pendergrass albums in my car. Like, man, you have a record player in your car. Innovative. But that's kind of cool because it built your ability to be charismatic, to talk to people, and to network, which are crucial things, which, when you guys see him perform, go to one of his upcoming shows, he's very good at talking to people, bringing the crowd in, and being charismatic and building that connection. So, who were some of the performers and artists that influenced you? That you kind of grew up listening to? I know you said you came from a gospel background, so was it mostly that when you were younger, and then as you got older, you started to listen to other music, or you was always sneaking it in?
I mean, just imagine, right, a kid, 12 years old, rapping at a Baptist church in the country, right, DuPont County. You got old people in there, you got, people that was like, what is he, So that crowd was like a no-go, right? So I had to figure out what is it that I can do to show them and get them to see beyond it just being rap, it being a story. So I made sure that you could hear my words.
Yeah.
I made sure that I spoke clearly. I made sure that I was confident. My first show, hands wouldn't stop shaking. Crowd stood up after the show, and I was like, wow. Pastor used to tell me to keep doing it, keep doing it. Then I started doing it at school. Then people on campus would request me. But my performers that I would say that inspired me the most would have to be, I gotta say myself first, because I always practice in the mirror, so all I could see was me. Michael Jackson was super cool to me, just how dramatic he was about things.
Yeah.
I thought it was dope. I've really got my inspiration over the years from artists that I've just worked with, though, in terms of how I got good. So Slade the Supreme, Dre the East, working with them when we went on tour. Your artists, Juice Lord, crazy crowd control, you know, that he has, that I was inspired by. One of my other favorite artists, 3AM, watching his shows inspired some of the things that I do. You know, it's a lot, you know.
So it sounds like you pull a lot from the people that you interact with, that you see on, you know, the local level that are at the top of their craft.
I become a fan. It's crazy because I can't get close.
Well, I'm dropping a mixtape. I'm just kidding. I need you to stream that.
Yeah, I become a fan of just pure art. So I get inspired by so many. I'll be here forever trying to tell you like exactly who. But I will say Frank Ocean is one of my like top favorite celebrity artists, and the reason is because I knew that I was a little different as a man, if you will. I don't know if it had anything to do with my pops not being there or how my mother was, but I was always a very vulnerable kid. So Frank Ocean's music goes there vulnerably, and it's unapologetic. He's the type of person that says exactly how he feels in the most vulnerable way. So I mean, of course, my music doesn't sound like his. However, there are some. If you take the time to listen to the album, you'll notice that I don't mind expressing to people how I am, or even when I come to your shows, I don't mind being completely honest about, you know, I'm not rich. I just came. I remember I did one of your shows in my work clothes. I told him, hey, I just got off. I ain't got the fresh cut, but I'm about to rock this show. I need y'all to hear me. So I just, you know, that's.
And you're one of the few artists that was like, that had tracks, and that also rapped and sang, that did not get booed at Apollo.
Yeah.
And that was, when I saw that, I was like, okay, he's working with something, because they are brutal out here in these streets.
You know, and it's crazy because I didn't go first or second, and I saw people get booed. I thought you were playing. So I didn't know that people were gonna actually like boo people off. However, so I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, she did want me to do a song that people know, or they might get you out of here. But I was like, I can only give you me and the best version of me. But I see the crowd as it's more of a psychology thing. Most people in the crowd are more nervous than you are. If you can connect with them and you can like get that point where you get them, you can think about this. Even in church, right? The pastor say, raise your hands in the air. Most people are gonna be right here with it, because they're actually shy about it. At home, they're probably here with it. But if you can be the type of person that can talk people into getting out and breaking that ice where they're not nervous to perform their part, which is to react, and you do very well at that, then what you're doing is they're fine, they're comfortable, they're not cringing like, is he gonna hit that note, is he gonna do that? They're just having a good, I'm not a great singer, I'm very confident in it, so I don't make you worry like, oh, he might mess up, he might forget his
You know how to play to your strengths, and I think that's something that's very important.
Exactly.
You know, knowing where your place is and where your pocket is, and then you can just excel in that. So tell us a little bit about your journey as an artist. Now I've seen you've kind of come across the Carolina Wave scene probably over the last, I don't know, 6 to 12 months, something like that. And so where are you from?
Originally I'm from Raleigh, Garner area.
Okay.
So I moved back and forth from Raleigh and there. Then my mother got married when I was in about the 7th grade, and we moved to Duplin County, which I mentioned earlier, country town. So I kind of claimed that, because I feel like I don't really remember much.
Where is that?
Duplin, going towards Wilmington. So,
okay.
You know, got your Kinston, Pink Hill, and I'm from a little town called Kingsville. You know, Walmart.
Wow.
You know, they got
no
IGA,
one watching those. Where it is?
Piggly Wiggly.
Oh, your mom.
Yeah.
She watches the show now.
Yeah.
There's a Piggly Wiggly?
Yeah, it's like that kind of stuff.
Wow.
You ever heard about IGA? Yeah. So.
What's IGA?
It's a grocery store. It's just a chain of grocery stores in the country. Yeah.
I need me a Whole Foods.
Now look, I do feel fancy now. I'm eating at like Wegmans now. I'm like,
right. We in Wegmans with it.
Yeah. So
with the brand new cart.
you know. So, you know, I went there, and then I was in Greenville for a while because I went to college there.
Where'd you go?
ECU.
Okay.
Yep, so I went there, pledged. But that was an interesting journey for me as well, man. That upbringing and moving around. I kind of am from everywhere and every background because around the age of 15, in terms of this music journey, so I was doing that music, but then I started, remember I told you I was secretly writing my own positive music about life experiences.
Right.
And my mother, she ripped up my songs when she found it.
Oh,
and I started having a bad relationship with the family, my stepdad, and eventually it led to me getting kicked out of my house. Right, so I was out of the house at 15.
15?
Yeah, 15.
What the hell were you writing about?
Nothing. It was just a traditional.
Give me that big old butt. I want to spread your cheeks. Like,
nah, it
like,
wasn't.
Were there illustrations? Like, what did your mom find?
Not at all. It was just, you know, traditional. It wasn't just that, of course, but it was just traditional, you know, that super Christian. You're not going to break outside of this, but I don't care what you're saying. If it ain't God, it is what it is. So
at 15?
15. So I was out of the house and, you know, then couch hopping and considered homeless for a bit. My principal actually dropped me off at ECU. The white guy dropped me off, and I was by myself from then on. It was just like, figure it out, you know. Yeah, so it was a.
So you were in high school when it happened.
Yep.
And so how long did you couch surf for?
So basically I stayed with this girl that somehow found me. I don't know how she did it, but she found me, got to stay with her and her grandmother, and we made a deal. They let me crash there, and the deal was I could stay there till graduation. In the between time, I was doing music, just recording in a closet with my guy Beans, who put me onto a studio. Rest in peace to him. He died about 2 years ago. Great guy, believed in me, but so after that, graduation came. I totally forgot about the deal. I get back, all my shit's on the lawn. So I'm like, damn, like I just got finished celebrating. I get back, all my shit's outside. So I'm like, just hurt again. So boom, I drag my stuff down, call my boy. He's a Hispanic. I'm down there with them, and I sneak in his window, and I just sleep on the floor. We don't tell his parents anything. I'm on the other side of the house. I'll sneak out, because school still went on after graduation for some weird reason. It was the timing, but I would sneak out, go to school, sneak out. Finally told them, say, look, bro, let's just talk to them and see what they do. They were like, look, it's cool. Wish you would have told us, because we definitely want to help him out. He seems like a good kid. I would walk to work. I worked at the IGA, at the grocery store. I would bring some food to help out a little bit. They didn't require it or nothing like that. Eventually I remember asking, like, and they had a little pool in the back, and I asked them if I could use one of the floaties. So I slept on one of them until things got, you know, days got better. And then I got to, it was time to go to college. And so my principal dropped me off, and I just stayed at school. So I never went home for like probably about most of college. Yeah, I would stay, just take summer classes just so I can have a dorm. You know what I mean? So I was doing that and then recording. I used my refund, got a laptop, MacBook, recorded my first project on the little microphone on the thing. Met up with some other, I don't know if you remember Charm? Bigger guy, yeah. So he helped me record. He was one of the first people to teach me how to actually record myself. And after that, it was just me, you know. Now the family thing is close, you know. I've built that up now, but you know, it was a weird time.
I mean, I'm sure that's probably took a while to heal. I mean, you're only 15 years old and homeless and having to live with strangers for years. And so when did, you know, do you have a relationship with your family now?
Absolutely.
How long did it take to kind of get that back?
You know, me and my sister got close again pretty soon. It really hurt her when I left. But, you know, she didn't know why. You know, I knew my family didn't have that much money at the time, so I knew how things were going around there. So I maybe could have went back if I would have just, changed my demeanor, just, I guess went about it a different way. But I just stayed away because when I found out things from other people that my sister was able to do more, and I was like, that's one less mouth to feed. So then later, my mom my mom wasn't like it was really my stepdad that had the situation really happened with. So my mom would keep trying to reach out. So by the time I was a little bit in college, my mom would reach out about things, and we were cordial for the most part, cool. And then as of recently, I got good. And one of the things that helped me was this book here, The Four Agreements, what I told you at the last show that I did, I would get for you. So I signed it for you and everything.
Oh, shoot, you got that for me?
It's for you, yep.
Hey!
Yeah, so pass on the knowledge.
First of all, if you come on Wave Talk TV without a gift, won't be no interview. Point blank, period. XBrodie didn't set the standard in the bar.
Set the standard.
The Four Agreements. So real quick, tell us like a little recap about like what this book about. This
So it's basically, everything in life is about an agreement, right? So we all have our own agreements. So there's things that you believe in, and things I believe in, things that he believes in. And there's some things that we believe in that we never even had a chance to really get a chance to think for ourselves. I mean, someone named you, right? You get to name yourself. So you got these things that you're taught in school and beaten to you, and this book pretty much teaches you to just erase all that and relearn the world for yourself. And there's just 4 agreements that you can follow that assist you with going through life, and it'll take away some of your stress. One of my favorites is to never assume anything, right? A lot of times we stress ourselves by assuming things, right? We're saying, oh, somebody, when I go to work in the morning, I'm gonna drive and all the lights are gonna be green. Don't do that to yourself, because you gotta take life as it happens. Another one is don't take anything personally, right? In this music industry, that's what's helped me out so much. It's like, just because you don't like
Monica
music,
said it too, don't take it personal.
You can't.
You gotta listen to Monica.
You can't. But if you think about it, like if somebody doesn't like your music, they don't have to like your music. That's fine, right? You don't take that personally. That's just you. Or people don't believe in you. Don't take that personally. That's just them projecting their reality and how big they can dream on you, right? So I take everything like a grain of salt. I go in, I do my best. That's another one of them.
Always do you literally are like porn. This is like oozing out of you, like naturally. It's just
I've read it a couple times. So, and then there's a 5th agreement, but this is a good starter.
And the last one is be impeccable with your word. The last of the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Be impeccable with your word.
Impeccable.
Speak with integrity. That's so true. How did you discover this book?
Black women, bro. I'm telling you, like I have black women in my life. Sydney, Aisha, they keep me, on a good level. They read and they force me to do it. And I've grown to like it a lot more. I always talk about that. It's a lot of, if you notice, it's all black women that, at least that I work with, run the music scene or the entertainment scene in the city.
We out here doing what we need to do.
Absolutely.
Like black women always do. We always do what we need to do.
Yeah, every time.
So, XBrodie. Yeah. So, outside of the music thing, what do you like to do for fun? Like, you got a day off, you're chilling, you're not making music, nothing music related. Yeah. Like, you into sports, you a gamer.
I'm on the game. Now, I won't consider myself a gamer. I play with get on with my friends just because I'm not, like, excellent.
What do you like to play?
I'm on a Call of Duty. And,
so you like shooting shit up?
I like that instant gratification. Like, let me just go.
I'm awful. I don't know how you can suck at a shooting game, but hey, I do.
It's practice.
Yeah, I don't do it that. I like playing in like the arcades and stuff like that with the actual.
Oh yeah, with the Dave & Buster's type thing.
Yeah, like Dave & Buster's or Boxcar, places like that where you can just go in and have the gun in your hand. And it's just more of a power trip. I just be shooting anywhere.
See, I'm worse at those than I am on them. I can't get with it. You should do a outing for all the,
like little gamers.
Yeah, just come on out,
that would be fun. Like little gamers event, something like that.
Yeah, bring back a little nostalgia. Just be be a kid.
So first of all, Mario Brothers 3 on the original Nintendo.
You got it.
That's where I'll be posted up all night.
Hey.
And also on Mario Kart for Super Nintendo.
Oh my God.
Like, I don't want none of this new stuff. Like, I need that.
Mario Kart.
Super Nintendo.
Clutch game.
Yoshi.
That's your guy?
That's my guy.
I ride with Princess on that game. I feel like her head leans over and she hits those turns.
That big ass crown.
That big crown.
She ain't got no neck support.
She lean right over when I go around that. I drift right around that curve. Hey, that's
hilarious.
Yeah, I can play that all day. That's my. I'm not lying to you. Seriously, that's who I picked.
Okay. That's hilarious. So what else do you like to do? Like, you into sports or anything? You like movies?
I play basketball. I watch TV shows. I love a good what you call those like mystery cases and stuff.
Like docuseries and stuff like that. Or like
more like
Forensic Files. Or
that kind of stuff. Yeah, I like when detectives and all that. For some reason, I don't even realize I like them until I'm like, damn, I'm watching this. Like, it's CSI stuff, you get caught on that loop.
We've all grown up way more suspicious than we normally would.
Yeah,
we all be like,
I don't know about that.
Yeah. That looks a little suspicious on my end.
Yeah. I watch a lot of anime too.
Anime. Okay, so my ex was like really into anime.
Oh yeah, I'm in.
And poor Adela looking for that relationship. And she showed me the one with Raul. Death Note.
Oh yeah. Oh,
so
it's a
she
good
like
one.
took it back and started with Death
a,
Note, and then we
classic.
watched My Hero.
Academia. It's a good
and
one.
then the one with the sister, that Demon Slayer.
Oh, well she put you on. That Death Note is a good one for like anybody to watch, cause it's just a good story. And then My Hero Academia, that's a little taking it left, cause I don't know, you have to kind of be into the hero fighting stuff if you're really gonna like that. But the stories in that are like animated, like so good, and again that vulnerable
All
side
for one in
is
his
good.
little T-Boz bangs that he had going on when he lost his energy.
Oh,
I was like, you just
blood.
creeping around, ain't you chasing them waterfalls. That's what happens when you chase waterfalls.
Yeah.
You lose your power.
So you are hip. That's cool. That's cool.
Only a little bit. Like, y'all anime heads be like in depth. I just know like 3-4 shows.
Yeah.
And then, but it's like, they sound like it's the main ones, because when I had the conversation, people were like, oh yeah.
Well, those are anime, those are like ones that people have watched after like the main ones. So that's kind of like,
okay.
Yeah, if it would have been like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, it would have been like, oh, okay, so she just put you onto what drags you in. You started watching like some new shit, and then the classics. So
what's your favorite?
Right now it's gonna have to be Attack on Titan.
Hey, she had me watching that one too.
That's a hell of an anime. That man wrote that. He started that story at the age of 23, and that has got to be one of the most intricate stories.
So wait a minute, is that the one with the giants?
Yep,
they
the
go
Titans,
around.
they kind of look
they
weird.
Be eating everybody.
Yeah, it starts off pretty.
And it's
brutal.
like they be like,
well, I tell you, I
met a nigga that looked like I had to run the other direction. Like Attack on Raleigh. Oh shit.
Come on now.
But no.
Come on, she said Attack on Raleigh. That's terrible. Sorry to you, bro. I'm sorry.
Sorry to that man. Sorry to that man.
Ooh.
Yeah, like we didn't watch that one, but like I would come in and just start watching. I'd be like, yo, this is kind of good.
It
seems like a lot of main characters be dying in anime.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that's written more realistically, so it touches on like racial issues and government conspiracies, and it's way more than just those Titans. You finding out what Titan did what, and it's that's a lot, but it's an amazing story. You have to start from start to finish to really get it.
Wasn't there aren't they like dumb, but it's like a really smart one or something?
So there are levels to the Titans. So there are like a few that are like have specific powers, and then there are some that don't react to it that same way, and they're kind of mindless, just eating whatever person is in the. It's kind of crazy. It's crazy because you got this island of people who have been banished over here, and they're just sending them to just pretty much kill them. And
damn.
But
so
the story reverses. You figure out
crazy.
who's bad. It's like you can't really define this anime. If you watch it, you can't define a bad character in it or a good character. It's just people and your perspective, and that's how life is. It's all about we're all the bad guy in somebody's story. So when we're like, oh God bless America, let's win the war, it's like. Yeah, but somebody else dies on the other side. So it's like,
killing us.
Is it really God bless America at that point?
Yeah.
It's kind of selfish at that, but.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. So now you about to make me go watch that.
I think it's a good one.
Like, you about to go make me watch that for sure.
I can just.
Come on in and you can have a seat over there. Alright, just let me know.
Oh, we good. We still rolling. Okay. I'll just cut it.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that one, and I'm gonna be texting you randomly like, yo, I can't believe this just happened.
You're gonna go crazy asking questions. If you really do watch it, you're gonna be like, yo, I could have.
Brody gonna restrict me on Instagram.
I have to. I DM my friend all the time, like, he's one of my frat brothers, and I hit him all the time, like, hey man, look, we gotta just hit me up when you're free. So we go through some things, see what this was talking about, make some sense.
Where'd you play?
Cap Officer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a new.
Okay, I see you.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to your music, if somebody is like getting put on the XBrodie, they just come across this video on YouTube. Like, how would you describe your sound?
Well, remember, I always use the word vulnerable, right? So I'm always talking about some love shit, whether it be self-love, not loving myself, loving someone else, loving the world, black love. This next project is gonna be crazy because I'm really like going there in all places.
Yeah. Opening up already.
Yeah, I'm just being a little more vulnerable about the actual direct stories. And
I didn't realize you've been through so much. Like, you have a lot to talk about and connect with that people will be able to relate to. your story and what you've been through.
Right. I don't get these opportunities too much, so that's why I wanted to tackle that, especially before the next drop. It's in the music. It's just hidden. Like I'm just again similar to the anime. It's like from outside looking in, you just see giants running around some wild shit, and it seems like when you really sit to hear it, sit and listen, like I wouldn't consider myself like if you were to come to my music, I would describe it like this. I'm the person you listen to. Like I'm about to go on a long drive. I need something to play. You play me. You play me on the night.
Ride down 40 and 85.
Right. You play me whenever you like. Man, I'm gonna take an extra long shower today. I need something to be playing. Like I just want to kind of
shower.
Words.
Thanks.
Oh yeah. Every wash arms and legs.
All of that. Wash your legs.
Gotta get that, and fellas. You gotta. Yeah. You gotta.
You know what he means.
You know. Don't. It's okay. All right. But yeah, I'm that guy. That's what I actually put on my Spotify. On my description is that. Imagine that you're riding down the road, it's a little rainy, not too much where you can still see the road, but you need somebody to play. That's me. I'm that.
I'm going to take it a step further. So I go to Spotify and I pull up somebody's radio station and your music starts playing. So whose radio station is playing and your music is going to come on?
Ooh.
Or who's going to come on your radio station? We go to XBrodie Radio. What are like three artists?
Oh, you're going to probably get Frank. Ocean going to pop up on there. Black. They'll probably pop up on there, and because of like the influences guys had over me on my like more upbeat stuff, like my rap stuff, I'll probably say K Camp.
Okay.
I rock with Camp.
Well, that's y'all just got your dose of XBrodie Radio. You know what to expect when you listen to them. Catch the vibes, catch the vulnerability, catch the energy. It's all there. It's like a nice little mixture. So tell us a little bit about what you're working on now, what you got coming up for the rest of 2022.
Well, as you can see, we got this hoodie on. If you can see that.
He always got his own drip on.
I always gotta represent myself.
I don't have a hoodie yet.
Not yet. We're working.
Or a T-shirt, or a button, or a sticker.
We're working on it. Then you got a T-shirt for me. It's an older T-shirt though. Maybe one of them older ones. But you got a book.
It was probably like a medium, and I couldn't fit it, but it's fine. But I did get a book today, so.
You did get a book.
You know, we got something.
That'll take you forever. And it's a autograph, and that's not a signature.
I'm gonna read it.
Autograph.
Oh, shit.
You really should. No, seriously. Outside of this, definitely, it'll help. It's a good soul.
I'm gonna read it.
Soul thing. But I'm working on being the grind again, right? I'm humbling myself, like, yo, you're in a new city. A year ain't always enough. 2 years ain't always enough. 3 years ain't always enough. You gotta be everywhere, right?
Yeah.
You gotta do. So many people complain about things not going the way that they want them to go. However, they haven't exhausted all of their options. And I'm realizing that I'm the God of my own life, right? And there's, of course, there is God, but in terms of who makes my decisions, we have free will, and I'm deciding to choose what my destiny looks like. But in order to do that, gotta do the hard shit. So my goal right now is I'm not gonna just keep dropping shit just so I can get a couple, hey, that's cool. Now I want to gain a base of people in faith in person, which is what I'm good at. Remember you said I'm good at?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what social media is. But
I bet
you
be checking them out of their draws too. I already know.
She'll get me in trouble. But
oh yeah.
Anyway,
sorry. That was his former life.
Yeah, my former life. Yeah. I'm just working on making sure that I'm present. I'm being genuine, supporting other artists, and just getting out there.
What you do, like I'll see you at shows that you're not even related to or on, just there to drink a little bit and turn up and have a good time, and turn up with us. So that's definitely is one of the things I always tell artists. Like if you want support, you gotta support. You know what I'm saying? And show up and be present for stuff. People notice it, and they'll put you on too.
It's getting crazy, like I just, I'm grateful for the wins. I don't call them small wins, but for the wins. It was one point I got here, no one knew me. Now I go there and I start my song, and people start to sing the words with me. I mean, you got thugs singing "Smile on Your Face." I'm like, shit, that's dope.
We're about to go shoot the club up right after, but right now cool. I'm smiling
on your face,
on your bitch ass.
I do got an EP that I'm working on now, just so that I can offer some people that have been supporting me some new music. So, not quite album ready. I'm actually working on big things. Like I'm really going above head. So I'm talking to labels. I got meetings with labels. I did the thing where I just opened up for Wale. So I'm talking to.
Okay, Wale, that was a good look.
Yeah, it was dope. Yeah, my manager, we built a relationship with Tim Boss, and we've we just been trying to just make moves again professionally, right? Sometimes it takes something to do something and things like that. And you gotta be, I'm gonna be around where the money at, right? So, cause I'm gonna have no way. So I also got passive income, right, to help me fund this shit. So I just bought my first, me and him just bought our first Airbnb, which is booked all April.
What city?
It's in Raleigh. It's right out of
Oh, y'all probably booked up for Dreamville weekend.
You know, I didn't even check for that, but it's booked all April.
If you're not, let me know, because I got niggas homeless that weekend and looking for places to stay and they can't stay with me.
For sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're looking to buy another one real soon. So just trying to find different ways. I got promoted at my job, like, you know, a few months back. So
when you taking me out to celebrate?
I'm just
Don't
trying.
You have people like that? They be like, oh, you had something good happen in your life, but what about me?
Gotta have it. I'm not moving dope or nothing like that, so I have to do it like a hard ass way.
Yeah.
Like I gotta like work extra hours. I gotta like you saw I had to take a business call, so I'm wearing. I feel like Batman. Like it's crazy because I'm a super professional business account manager at the end of the day, and then you see me with, you know, like
right. And I gotta shout out your song "Smile."
Appreciate
Everybody loves that song. You have the whole crowd singing it, like start to finish. It's like, where did that song come from? Like, you know, what space were you in when you wrote that?
Well, fortunately, you know, because my mom was strict, so she didn't let me listen to rap music. However, she did allow me to listen to those Now This Is What I Call Music CDs.
I remember those.
That's how far I got.
Volume 12, and they're probably on volume 399 now.
Sure. At least it won't Kids Bop, so I got a little something. But you know, those projects will have all types of music.
Yeah, it will have everything.
So don't get in the car with me if you're one way, because I can go from Dolph to James Blake to Coldplay to Frank to, you know, to Juice to three. I got this on 40 Nights plays all the time. But that's my guy. But yeah, you know, just the beat. You know, a lot of times I don't make the beats myself, so it really comes from just finding a song within the beat itself. I guess I'm gonna call it a superpower. I think we all have our superpowers, and God gave me this one.
That's your quirk.
That's my.
Look at me with my anime slang on you, bitch ass niggas.
It's my quirk. So it's my So I got that, and it just I hear the song. And, you know, I think about artists that I kind of like, I always think about how it would sound with 100,000 people on the stage. So I'm sitting in the studio by myself upstairs, right? It's like 3 floors, so I go upstairs, so I ain't bother nobody. And it's she was a waitress on weekends. I used to during the day. I was like, that feels good. And I was thinking about back when my girl used to work as a waitress at this place in Greenville downtown, and I was doing my rap shit in the daytime. And she was serving them tables while I was serving that bass, which is obviously a double entendre because it's like, obviously I'm not moving, you know, that drugs and shit, but however, I was serving the bass in terms of this music shit. I was doing that. So it's really hard to explain it. You have to see it. The process looks kind of weird because I probably didn't come out like that at first. I probably mumbled something like, na, 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 and then the words just came, and then eventually it just became that. But it's crazy because I'll go from that to another whole, like, deep rap thing, like, you know, it's
you're very versatile in your approach and also the things you talk about. So y'all definitely tap in with the homie XBrodie. Anything immediately got over the next 1 or 2 months so we can look out for from you?
So all the fellas have been asking me, yo, like, look, you've been singing for the ladies, give us a rap song, bro. So I'm gonna drop a single called If I Ever. I've been posting little snippets of that, dope rap song. Just telling y'all, if I ever made you think I didn't have it, my nigga, please do better. I had to give my all when I found out I'm nothing special. I had to trust the fall when I found out the world would let you. Then I tell the girl again, it's crazy we made love, but now it's like I never met you. So I'm gonna go in and do a song like that, but it's coming up, real single, and then I'm gonna drop an EP following that, maybe 5-6 songs. And I got these hoodies, pre-orders already happened. I think I'm gonna redo the order for those again. People really enjoyed it. I got some t-shirts as well. Think about doing socks. It's the first time I told you. Imagine me coming to the show just having some socks.
Yeah, and imagine me showing up in nothing but socks. Or not. So we're gonna get those socks on. You gotta get some hats, some hats.
Oh yeah, you know, I'm just trying to figure out what, like, the logo is hard to do. Like, I think I need to get, you know, I'm all about presentations. That's why I even turned the X to the side for the back, because it just fits. So I'm trying to figure out how I would sit it on a hat. I don't want to just be like, here's a logo. You know, I really go into depth with this stuff and draw it out. And
so you draw your
yeah, that's my signature. Yeah, you know,
okay.
the hearts and all that. Yeah.
That's pretty dope. Did you do your own merch? See,
yeah,
creative. You know, he's out here doing a damn thing.
Just having a good time.
Having a good time. Is there anything that we didn't discuss that you want to make sure that you know let the audience and the viewing people know?
Listen, you ain't gotta follow me on Instagram and that like that. Follow me on Apple Music and Spotify. If you really want to get to know me, at XBrodie. It's on everything. My most recent album is Where Love Lies, and that's probably what, that's that, that picture, like This Is Him out. That's the This Is Me one, where you get all that. And support Mir and everything she has going on around the city. You'll be able to read in that book. I wrote a little note to you as well. But, my advice to you is always be yourself. You only get one chance to live this life. Have a good-ass time with it. If some success comes from it, dope. But if not, at least you got to live the life you wanted to live. And that's exactly what I'm doing, stress-free. So that's it.
Absolutely. We love the advice. Make sure y'all follow and tap in with XBrodie. Make sure y'all download and stream his music. Download it because you get paid more. The artists get paid more. But if you don't got that $129, you can go ahead and stream it too. Make sure you follow him. Stay up to date with all his moves that he got going on. We're going to make sure we drop the socials and all his information right here. And XBrodie, we appreciate you stopping through. And you kind of mysterious. Like, I didn't know you had all this backstory. So now we know pretty much all about you. Next time we're going to dig in a little bit.
I know you watch anime, so I know more about anime.
My whole 1 year history, man, watching anime.
There you go.
Alright, y'all, this has been another episode of Wave Talk TV featuring the homie XBrodie. Make sure you tap in, and we'll be back.
Peace.